Few people understand Boston Strong as well as you, J.K. It was an honor to be up there with you, and I hope I'm up there with you again next week.
Let's add the ER to it. Boston Stronger on this day, and good for the Vice President, good for everybody. I hope everybody around the country can take a moment this afternoon just to reflect on the tough year. I'll certainly do that. Let's go inside politics. A lot of grounds to cover, and let's pick up with what you were just talking about. President Obama trying to defuse the crisis in Ukraine. Let's start there. With me this morning to share their reporting and their insights, Julie Pace of the Associated Press, Jonathan Martin of the New York Times. Julie, you covered the White House. The president speaks with Putin on the phone yet again yesterday. The readout the White House gives us sounds tough. A senior administration official saying Obama and Putin talked. Obama was it says it was frank and direct. The president made clear the diplomatic path was open and our preferred way ahead, but that Russia's actions are neither consistent with or conducive to that, including the Pentagon saying a Russian jet essentially buzzing a U.S. naval vessel. Does the White House see a way out in the short term here, or do they think this is weeks and months?
Well, there's a lot of tough talk happening right now, but if you actually look at the options that are available to the White House and the options that they have taken so far, it's clear that they don't see a short-term solution to this. They are sanctioning individuals, people who are close to Vladimir Putin, but they're stopping well short of doing these larger, what are called sector sanctions, which are sanctions that could really bite, really have an impact on the Russian economy. And what they're watching are these 40,000 troops on the eastern Ukraine border. And as long as those troops are there, the White House sees this as a very serious situation.
Not much he can do, Jonathan, and there's nobody in America who supports or thinks there is a viable military option. The White House would like the Europeans to do more. Is there a risk for the president credibility-wise? He's drawing lines, he's being tough, and again, what can he do?
Well, there's not much that he can do, and even on the economic front, Julie mentioned sanctions. Well, the U.S. business community has got a pretty significant amount of interest in Russia, and so if we go further on that front, that could bite us here too domestically. So it's a bit of a challenge.